Let me ask you something. What's the point of having an endless menu like a bottomless mimosa for brunch if your calendar still looks empty? What's the point of having a full offer suite if none of them are actually paying the bills? This mini pot soul is for the woman with too many services, too many tabs open in her brain, and too much month left after the money is made. More specifically, we are going to address how to spot scattered service syndrome, why your nervous system is rejecting your current offer suite, the red flags that your menu is hurting, not helping your revenue. But before we hop straight into the problem, if you're new here, I'm Renisha, professionally known as the Legacy CPA. Women CEOs balancing motherhood or business turn to me when they are ready to activate wealth with their God given skills and talents, slash taxes legally with the IRS in the US, and preserve legacy to multiply their impact for good. I do this at the Money Council, where we call this solving your legacy math equation, which is simply X times wealth minus taxes equals legacy. Now, let's talk about the emotional weight of doing too much and not making enough. But here's a tiny disclaimer: I am not a therapist. My goal is to share these detailed lessons with you so you shortcut your way legally to activate wealth slash taxes and preserve legacy, depending on where you are in business. Now, here's the emotional weight of doing the most. So, first, the name of the game in business is to give people what they want, not what you think they need. Yes, in the beginning, you have to create from scratch, but over time, you don't realize it at first. You think you're adding more services will give clients more reasons to book. You think variety makes you look like a pro. You think customization is the secret to premium pricing. But what actually happens is this: you're constantly context switching. You're barely finishing one client's experience before diving into the next, and your nervous system never gets to rest. Sounds familiar? And then it hits you. The bookings are scattered, the money's not predictable, and none of your services feels signature. You're delivering, but you're being ignored. You're showing up, but you're not growing past 250,000 in revenue. You're present, but paying yourself consistently is non-existent. Do you want to know how your nervous system constantly rejects your offer suite? Let me ask you this. How do you believe your emotions show up in your body and bank account with so many offers? Again, let me be clear. I am no therapist, but I do want to explore the emotions and mindset when there's anxiety. You feel low grade panic when someone asks, "What service do you recommend?" Because even you aren't sure what to lead with anymore. You're exhausted after two clients, not because of the workload, but because every appointment requires a different hat. For example, as an esthetician, maybe your day is comprised of one appointment, you're doing a full body wax. The second appointment, you're doing a chemical peel. And the next appointment requires you to do a laser removal service. As a weight loss practitioner, maybe your day is comprised of one appointment you're doing labs to determine where a client's hormones are off. Another appointment, you're setting up an IV hydration for a client with no supervision. And while you're trying to duplicate yourself for both of the appointments that are present at the same time, it almost reminds me of sitting in the beauty salon in the early 2000s with one beautician and 10 heads waiting to be curled. All the while, her shampoo assistant is overworked because there was no rhyme or reason to having us all booked at the same time for one chair. And the truth is, your own indecision is taxing your peace. While we covered correcting pricing in a previous mini PodSode, which I'll link in the show notes, your pricing isn't the real problem, your menu is. Here are red flags your menu is hijacking your nervous system. Take a look at your calendar. There's white space that should be filled. There's a fan favorite service that's constantly booked, and five others that just sit there untouched, unneeded, and unaligned. So why are they still on your menu? Let me guess. You don't want to exclude anyone. You bought equipment that's collecting dust but is left unused 80% of the time. You think letting go means wasted potential, but here's what I want you to hear clearly. Peace is never wasted. Energy reclaimed is always profitable, and busyness doesn't mean your business is built well. Sometimes what feels flexible is actually unfocused, and what looks like freedom is actually a fall. Here's what to expect inside of this answer key. If this mini podsode felt a little too accurate, take a deep breath. This isn't a call out, it's a quiet confirmation. You don't need to do everything. You just need to name what's worth doing well. The solution? If you feel booked but broke, subscribe to the Answer Key today to learn how to fix your offer suite to earn more revenue and work less. Unlock the full implementation instructions as a service professional to optimize your menu and free up your calendar to do what you love without sacrificing service quality. You've curated your brand. Your booking site looks like a beautifully designed buffet of services, but you're not scaling. You're booked, but not balanced. You're delivering, but not developing. And deep down, you know the truth. Your menu looks productive and it's not doing much of anything. This answer key is for the woman who's exhausted from pouring into too many offers that don't pay 100% of the bills. You're not failing, you're just stretched. Let's fix that. This isn't about cutting corners. It's about cutting clutter so your piece can finally profit. There are 3 critical steps this answer key helps you unlock so that you can earn revenue with ease, earn enough to consider paying yourself with confidence, and finally take 2 rest days or more for yourself to recover. Before we dive into the framework, let's ground this. Most of us don't struggle because we lack ideas. We struggle because we've never been taught how to measure what's working. You can't scale chaos. You can only multiply what's clean, proven, and peaceful. And that's what these next 3 steps help you do. They'll show you how to stop treating your business like a creative playground and start running it like a sustainable ecosystem. A system that pays you on time, protects your energy, and creates breathing room between introducing new services to your menu suite. If you follow them, you'll start to notice a shift immediately. Your calendar will move from reactive to rhythmic, your revenue will become predictable instead of pressured, and your peace will start showing up in your numbers. This is what the answer key was built for, to help high capacity women turn clarity into consistency. Unlock the benefits of the answer key by subscribing today by clicking subscribe below. On the other side of wealth is legacy. Walk with me.